Check 1, 2, check. Alrighty. Enough of that. Kill that. Kill this. Kill that. Ooh, shh. All those guys, be quiet. No. Shh. Calm down. Turn that down. Move that over. Move this over. Move that there. Move that back there. Slide this up here. So many things to do. It's not funny. All right. So what are we doing here? I've got Facebook, Periscope, YouTube. So I've got YouTube actually on a pop-out chat, so I'm not even seeing myself on YouTube. It's just there. I can slide this over and slide that over. We got Jack Patrick Erickson from South Dakota. You bet you're sure. And Brian's dogs from, where's Brian from? Oh, I forgot. Oh, I'm an idiot. And I gotta fix this because I don't have a color key because I'm not using the green screen today. But there it is anyway. And we've got 4 people on Periscope. Canada. I knew that, Brian. I knew that about you. You're from Canadian. And he's Canadian. Been a long day. Oh, my stream turned yellow and then turned red again. I don't know what happened. Hope everybody can still see me. This thing is on. Let's turn that off. And do I have any other green screen issues going on? Nope, doesn't look like it. So we've got this main camera angle here. We've got this camera angle here. We've got this camera angle here. We've got camera angle getting kind of behind me. It's a little uncomfortable that you guys are back there. Got this camera angle down here. Why do I have so many cameras? Oh, because I can. And then I've got this camera here. Yeah. So I can turn this on here. I can, this is the studio without everything. Let's see, what else? What else can I show you? Nothing. Let's just play some music. It's Monday, so, yeah, where's Sharon? Got Brian over on Periscope, and Brian's on Facebook, or Brian was on Facebook. All right, so this can resize here, that can move over there. And let me just, you know what? I think I'll just make up something. What do you think about that? Yay? Let's just make up some stuff. Pretend like I can loop like a pro. I am a pro. Someone paid me $1 one time, so I am considered by definition a pro. Hey now. Who said hey now? We got HP Man over here on Periscope saying hey now. All right, so gonna make up something. I don't know what I'm gonna make up. Anybody want to throw out a chord for me, and I'll just like hit whatever chord. Sent you some new material to try. I saw some videos. Yes. Material to try. I didn't know that was for me to try. I kind of do my own thing because I'm kind of a jerk like that. Some dead. Some Dead. What do you mean, Grateful Dead? No, I'm not going to do any Grateful Dead. It's Original Monday, and I also got flagged on YouTube for copywritten material. And I learned something a little bit more. Hollywood Bowl tonight, because it's Monday. And I learned a lot of the Eagles tunes are actually forbidden to be played live. And, hey, my Facebook thing froze. Am I still on Facebook? Let me refresh it. La 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 la. Yeah, I'm still on there. Okay. I learned that a lot of Eagles, the band, the Eagles, there's a lot of songs you are not allowed to play and possibly make money off of. So if I have people possibly giving me tips on PayPal, I can get in trouble. And one of the songs that I did was Lion Eyes a week or so ago, and it got flagged on YouTube, and I'm not supposed to be playing those, I guess. Can't even play Dirty Laundry by Don Henley. Probably not, but that was actually Don Henley without the Eagles, right? There's a weird thing over here. What is it? Why is that thing? I've got a weird size thing here. I changed my desktop on my computer. Since I have 3 monitors, I changed my desktop so that it's a full spanning desktop instead of 3 separate monitors, but I think I'm going to go back to 3 separate monitors because this is actually getting kind of weird the way things are laying out and not as easy to throw things from one screen to another. So let's just hit this button here and let everything, well, that didn't do anything. There we go. Let everything scroll automatically, and I'll make up something. Periscope is okay for anything. Yeah, Periscope is okay. But they're, yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to work. Everybody loves dirty laundry. I hate dirty laundry. I'm wearing dirty laundry. What are you talking about? Periscope seems to be okay with everything, and Facebook is kind of iffy, but I think they fixed that. YouTube didn't shut me down, but they just flagged it as, they actually blocked it. So that video is not even available. So I'm going to shut up now. We can discuss it later. YouTube and Face sucks. There's a lot of things that suck. There's policies on Periscope that we won't go into that I do not like. So we'll discuss that later if you want. That sounds good. A, C, G, D. Parquier. HP Man just said with Michael Shaker. You know what? I don't have a Michael Shaker, but I have a Steve. This is a Steve Shaker. We're gonna name this one Steve. There's your Steve Shaker. We don't have a Michael. All right. Okay. Shush. All right. It's not funny. It's not that entertaining either. How do you like the way this thing fades into the different views here? Is this requests coming in like dun 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 Jumua Dwars? Can I just call you Honk Honk? Jeet Moi? I can't pronounce that. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. Are you doing requests like with Eminence Front and stuff? So because I'm not going to do any requests unless you request one of my own songs, because today is original tunes and we're going to work on our cover tunes at another time. I have Colonel Parquier or Christoph, right, on YouTube. Are you still there? Because I can't see who's there. Let's see, there's top chat, there's live chat. Oh, why am I need live chat? it's not showing me actually who's there. Participants. Nope. So, Christophe, if you're there, say hi. We got Christophe from France. Was watching on YouTube for a little bit there. Harrison Scott Wallace was on Facebook. He's a buddy from Virginia. We used to skydive. Sharon is finally here. Yay! Sharon type messages. She just recently moved to Florida from Texas. No offense, but anywhere is better than Abilene. I'm kidding. Abilene's nice too. I'm a jerk. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. Don't take me seriously. Play what you want. Haven't heard anything original. That, what I was just playing, was more original than anything else I've ever written because I just made it up. So let's do some original tunes here. How about Set Before the King? It's been a long, long, long time. Oh, Colonel Parquier, Christophe, went back to, now he's on Periscope. Dude, I can't keep up with you. 1 minute you're in France, next minute you're on YouTube, and the next minute you're in freaking Periscope. I'm sorry. Set Before the King is a song I wrote in just like, it's like one of the fastest songs I ever wrote. It was like better than an hour. I was driving around picking up parts for work back in the 80s. And, yeah, it just popped in my head. For some reason, stupid poem, Sing a Song of Sixpence, and a pocket full of rye popped in my head, and it would not leave. So I'm like, I got to get this out of my head. So I started making up other lyrics. So within about an hour, I'd written this whole song in my head, and I went home and recorded it. So there is an actual recording of it on Reverb Nation and on Bandcamp, which I will show you those links in a little while later. So this is Set Before the King. Sing a song of sixpence and a pocket full of rye. 4 and 20 blackbirds baked into a pie. When the pie was open, the birds began to sing. Wasn't that a dandy dish set before the king? Set before the king. In another life at the round table with Sir Lancelot, I tried to run away with Guinevere, but I got caught. I heard Arthur shouting to his guards, "Off with his head!" So they served me on a silver platter, set before the king. Yeah, yeah. Set before the king. Whoa, whoa. Took a trip to Memphis, but I was so disappointed because I couldn't find Elvis's ghost, but just a fat man sitting in a rocking chair singing, "Oh, my honka honka burning love echoed all throughout Graceland." And I could not turn away, you know, I just had to listen. Set before the king. Yeah, yeah. Set before the king. Whoa, whoa. Set before the king. Yeah, yeah. Set before the king. Whoa, whoa. before the king. Set before the king. Set before the king. Just a honk burning love. Oh, yeah, yeah. Just a honk burning love. Oh, yeah, yeah. Wasn't that a dandy dish that was set before the? Wasn't that a dandy dish that was set before the? Wasn't that a dandy dish that was set before the? Wasn't that a dandy dish that was set before the? Wasn't that a dandy dish that was set before the king? Wasn't that a dandy dish that was set? Ooh, how about this sound? Where is it? No, that's not it. Where's my sound? Before the king. So I just did out this whole big freaking loop with all these different tracks. I had 8 tracks going, and then I just hit this one button to delete it all. They don't call me Deleting Dan for nothing. Wrong switch. So, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are not familiar with this, these shenanigans here, is I have these laugh tracks and applause. They're fake, yes. They are actually laugh tracks and applause from performances I have done over the years. But when I'm sitting here all by myself and there's people watching on the interwebs and the inner things from different places, and people are giving hearts over here on Periscope, people give hearts on Facebook sometimes, and people give me money, but there's no feedback from an audience, and it feels really weird to finish the song set before the king and there's nothing. It's just dead silence. So I hit this, and it gives me a chance to reflect and go on to the next thing. And I don't know, it's just a psychological thing in my head. It's like, okay, I don't care if it's fake, I'm pushing the button. Or I can just push this button. For those of you that also are not familiar with what's going on here, I have multiple cameras, mostly because this is all just an experiment, and I just like playing with electronic gizmos and gadgets because I'm Inspector Gadget. I've also been nicknamed MacGyver at different places I've worked. Into electronics and all kinds of stuff have been for years, so throwing all this stuff together, built my own looping pedal, foot pedal, for this looping program that I have 9 tracks. I can bounce all kinds of things, 9 tracks and then 4 loops per track, so it's just unlimited possibilities here that my brain still cannot grasp around. But I built my own foot switch. I use this these cheap mixer faders here, USB faders, and I've tied in my drum set to just one pad on this electronic drum kit triggers the looping. So if I do this, it just automatically triggers, and I hit that again and it'll you know, does that make sense? So that's kind of, I think this is here to delete that, but that's just kind of a thing when I would try to throw in drums on the whole thing, and I don't, I'm not comfortable, you know, hitting a button over here to start it and then play the drums, hit a button over here to stop it, and then so I want a trigger. Does that make any sense, or am I just babbling? I'm just babbling. I know. Okay, so let me see what people are saying over here on Periscope. It's important. You're right. Christoph said, I'm sorry, I should call you Colonel Parquet because that's what you want to be called, right? Danny Gali is a great singer and musician. I am not. I've performed with some phenomenally talented people over the years that I pale in comparison. But I love music and I love playing and I love making up stuff and I love creating music, so it's fun for me. This sound right here is actually a sound I created on this Korg years ago. I love this sound. Now over on the keyboard, I have I don't know what you call that thing, and the bar on the left, but I can accentuate it a lot more on that keyboard over there. You have a nice voice change up. Thank you, HP. Love that sound too. Thank you. There's that one, and this sound right here I created some years ago. I call this one Locust because if I hold the sustain, you'll hear it fade in and out. And there's this locust sound in the background. Here's an oldie I'm going to play next. It's called Those Eyes. This one I wrote years ago. I think early 80s, I think I wrote this one. Mr. Wizard. Need to market it and patent it. What, the sounds or the foot pedal? Foot pedal. Let me show you this foot pedal here. I'll take this camera right here. This foot pedal down here, let's see, this one right here is the one I'm referring to. Let me shine a light on it. That pedal right there it's got 10 buttons. It's rusty now. It was originally nice and shiny, but I'm kind of liking the rust look now. But that pedal was made from a fence post, piece of shelf, 10 buttons. I actually bought the buttons, but then the guts of that foot pedal are from a Logitech game controller. I just took one of the board out of one of these. These are things, you know, you can get a cheap one for under 19 bucks. So I took the circuit board out of this and I just soldered the wires to it and soldered them to those buttons. And then that goes right into the looping computer that I use. This one computer just for looping. Let's see if I can zoom in on that one to show you that. Let's see, where's the position? Let's zoom in. So it's not the best quality here, but this is the program here. There's 9 tracks here. And I can do different channels or different loops per track. So I can play like a drum track over here, then I can play like a verse here. Then I can switch down to play the chorus, and then go back and forth between chorus and verse if I want to. I'm not really skilled at that yet, but I'm working on it. Turned Turn that around 3.14. And the software I'm using for this is the coolest thing in the world. Homemade, yes. And that's that. So, okay, next, get back to the song. Why am I not selling this setup? I've been planning on doing get this thing right here. I've been planning on doing a YouTube video of this whole setup, but I think I need to do it in stages, like one thing at a time, one piece at a time, because there's just too much to go over. I mean, I use all kinds of different things. There's this one computer I use for the looping. I use the same program as that computer for the sound effects on a tablet over here. You know how many people would die to have those toys? Probably a few, but it's dirt cheap. I mean, the program that I'm using for the looper, the only thing about it is it's convoluted in setting it up. There's a lot of people I found out after doing a lot of searching on doing looping systems, because if you buy like the top of the line, I think it's Boss makes the really awesome looping station, the something 300, that's like over 550. It's like $550, and it does not do everything that this thing does. It doesn't even come close. But what a lot of people use is, on their live looping, they use this as a plug-in to a program called Ableton Live. And you can use this in that program, and I think that program helps you set this up. But this program works by itself. You can use it all by itself, and it's free. Yeah, the pedals are where it's at. The pedal is really important, because if you don't have a pedal, you have to start everything by hand. Some people do. These little gadgets right here, it's upside down, but this is like under $50 on Amazon, and it's just a MIDI controller with 9 faders. Well, actually 10 if you include the one that's on the right, but and you can get it for under $50 on Amazon. I bought 2 of them. And yeah, you can do these by hand. When I first started, I actually used a foot switch. Is it over here somewhere? A cheap foot pedal, sustain pedal, for one of my keyboards, and used that as a trigger, going through my MIDI controlling stuff. Kind of like what I do with this drum set here. You know, use the trigger off of it. You can use any MIDI trigger. You could use it off a piano, digital keyboard, to trigger the software to start the loop. So you can do that. And that's when I decided to make my own with just 10 foot switches and one of these Logitech game controllers, because you can assign the Logitech game controller to any MIDI input you want in the computer. Kind of convoluted, but that's why I think a lot of people probably aren't doing this, because it is a little bit convoluted setting this thing up. I do have plans of actually programming an Arduino to do the same thing as the Logitech game controller. You can't play, but you know electronics. Well, that's good. So you could make one if you know Arduino programming, because I am new to Arduino programming, but I would like to make one of these with an Arduino board instead of the Logitech controller. But the Logitech controller was just like, you just solder the wires to the circuit board and boom, there you are. Alright, so this song is called Those Eyes. I'm going to go back here and get back to push the button, let the thing do the thing. Take it easy, Danny. Make it easy, Danny. That's what it should be. Took wing and flew and took me far away from you. You know I wanted to stay. Those eyes are on my mind. Those eyes are all I see. No matter where I go, those eyes are following me over and over again. Those eyes are hard to deceive over and over again. Those eyes are following me. A photograph of you, a picture on the wall. Even though I knew there was nothing left at all, those eyes have filled my room. Those eyes are all I see, and everywhere I turn, those eyes are following me over and over again. Those eyes are hard to believe over and over again. Those eyes are following me. Have come and gone. No matter what I do, the past lives on and on. When I see a vague resemblance of you, those eyes haunt me again. Those eyes are all I see, and even in my dreams, those eyes are following me over and over again. Those eyes are hard to deceive over and over again. Those eyes are following me over and over again. Those eyes are hard to believe over and over again. Those eyes are again. Those eyes are hard to believe over and over again. Those eyes are hard to believe over and over again. Those eyes are hard to believe over and over again. Those eyes are hard to believe over and over again. Those eyes are hard to believe. Those eyes are hard to believe over and over again. Those eyes are hard to believe over and over again. Those eyes are hard to believe So HP over here says, HP Man says, check out Matt Bolton. I have checked out Matt Bolton. I've actually chatted with him a few times. The guy is he's freaking amazing looping. I'm telling you, he's the master. No, he's awesome. I mean, the guy's got some crazy skills. He's playing out all the freaking time, though. I can't afford to actually play out that much. I have a day job and all that stuff, but and I really actually, for playing out live, I am lazy. I'm a lazy musician. I don't like carrying all that stuff with me. Just me and a guitar and an amp, and even that's too much for me because it's the amp, it's the cables, it's the speakers, it's the mic, it's the stool, it's the everything. I'm a lazy musician when it comes to playing live. But yeah, Matt Bolton's setup is just incredible and very impressive. Very, very impressive from my perspective. I mean, yeah, I've watched him numerous times. The guys blows me away. So, still working on originals here. So, how about Pennies Don't Grow? First things, I wanted to apologize to anybody that's watching that was expecting me on Friday, because Friday actually had a musical emergency. Friday afternoon, I had to play at a restaurant, but also here's a receipt from Pet Boys. I had to repair my freaking car because on my way home, pulley froze on the tensioner pulley on my car froze up, and the serpentine belt busted. So I'm driving, and I'm about to turn this corner, and all of a sudden my power steering went out, and everything went crazy. And battery light came on, and I'm like, what the heck's going on? But I didn't stop. I drove all the way home. It was only I'm only like 10 minutes from home, so I drove all the way home like that without power steering pump. You just have to crank it like a gorilla. And immediately went to Pet Boys, and I got a pulley, and I got a serpentine belt, and the pulley didn't fit because, it's an oddball car. Well, nobody sells parts for the Batmobile. And don't tell anybody. I am Batman. But yeah, so I had to modify the pulley to fit on my car, and the serpentine belt, I thought it wasn't going to fit, but I didn't have it wrapped quite around just right, because you have to wind those things around like a freaking serpent. That's why they call them a serpentine belt. Duh. So anyway, I got that fixed, and so Friday I was a little preoccupied. And now my car's running okay. It's still got a few issues, but what do you expect? Life isn't free. Alright, so what was I going to do? Pennies Don't Grow? This is a cutesy little song I wrote some years ago. Please enjoy. Ace. Hold on one second. My good buddy Ace is here. Love you, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. What time is it where you're at, Ace? I gotta move these pictures around. Just keep scrolling here. Let's go back here. Oh, that's nice. Jeez. Put your hand in a pile of those. I actually did put my hand in that pile of bees. Anyway, Ace, what time is it in Tunisia? Because Ace is in Tunisia. Sousse, Tunisia, to be more precise. Exam ended, and I got the first place in class as expected. Awesome, dude. Ace is going to college in Tunisia, and as soon as he gets done with college, he's going to come and run my life for me. But no, he's awesome dude. So I'm glad you stopped by, buddy. What time is it there? It's got to be late. All right, so back to where I was at. I was playing Pennies Don't Grow in Heaven. And I will respond to your comments as soon as I'm done. 2 a.m. Wow. Wish I had a penny and my own wishing well. I wish I had a star from above I'd wish upon until it fell. Pennies don't grow in heaven. Stars don't really fall from the sky. And wishing wells don't give dreams anymore, for they've all gone dry. Wish I could find a rainbow's end where a pot of gold is supposed to be. But the more I search, a year ago, the more I find maybe it's not just for me. Pennies don't grow in heaven. Stars don't really fall from the sky. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And wishing wells don't give dreams anymore, for they've all gone dry. Wish I had her here with me for all the gold I would give. But the more I search, the more I find maybe it's just too much to live. Pennies don't grow in heaven. Stars don't really fall from the sky. And wishing wells don't give dreams anymore, for they've all gone dry. fall from the sky. Wishing wells don't give dreams anymore. Oh, they've all gone dry. Pennies don't grow in heaven. Stars don't really fall from the sky. Wishing wells don't give dreams anymore. Oh, they've all gone dry. Pennies don't grow in heaven. Stars don't really fall from the sky. Wishing wells don't give dreams anymore. Oh, they've all gone dry. Pennies don't grow in heaven. And that is it. It's 6 o'clock, so it's time for me to quit. And another reason I'm going to quit now is, one, I got to push this button, stop that going there. I've got some tweaking to do on some of this equipment here. So I would thank everybody, all you replay viewers, to coming by and watching. Thanks for everything. I'm going to, I'm going to do some tweaking on this. There's a buzz in this system here that I want to get rid of. If you hear that, can you hear that? So I don't know if you can hear that buzzing. It's in here. It's in my system here, and I need to fix it. So I'm getting some feedback looping from my looping station through my mixer and then back somehow. So I need to try to isolate those two guys. So thanks, Ace, for stopping by, and thank you for reminding me of the friendiversary. A year, wow. It's only been a year. That's amazing. It's been a wonderful year, though, buddy. I thank you so much for being my friend. And I hope you have a wonderful evening. And I hope you have a wonderful day tomorrow. Good night. Good morning to anybody else out there that's in a different part of the world. So peace, love, and harmony to everybody out there. Thank you so much for coming by. Thank you so much for watching the replay view. It is much better on YouTube if you want to catch the replay view. So where are my titles here? If you go to these places here, you can see, and yeah, that guy there. Replay videos on YouTube and Periscope. There's some on Periscope. I may change this title here because they're not going to stay on Periscope. I'm not going to stay on Periscope. Periscope has got things I'm not real fond of. But yeah, YouTube, and some are on Facebook. So I should put Facebook on there. Anyway, and you can go to my website, web pages there, or go to here on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And you can listen to music, download music, and listen to music. No, it's not funny. Over here. Yay. Bandcamp or Reverb Nation. You can get music from there. Some re-recorded stuff. And there I am in Australia back in 1998. There was a cliff. I was right next to that cliff. It was so scary. It was a sheer drop off. But anyway, back to the real world. Peace, love, and harmony. Thanks. And I guess what are we going to do? Oh, we got to roll the credits and play some videos and let the videos scroll and play some music along with the videos. Yeah, let's do that. Reset this one. Play that. Click on there. Click that. Click this. And there we go. Music.